Have you ever paused to truly observe the way nature unfolds? Consider the effortless growth of grass, the silent, unhurried ascent of a flower toward the sun, or the instinctive way a bird takes to the air. There is no inner debate, no resistance, no schedule to keep, just an innate unfolding, an easeful movement in harmony with the laws of existence. This is not just poetic imagery, it is a profound lesson, one that reveals a universal principle, the law of least effort. This law is not some mystical secret, hidden away in ancient scrolls. It is visible all around us. Nature does not struggle to be itself. The earth spins with perfect consistency, never straining to maintain its course. Fish glide through water without angst, and the sun radiates warmth without effort or anxiety. Children, too, embody this principle. They don't have to try to be happy. Joy springs forth naturally in the absence of judgment and self-conscious striving. Yet, as adults, we so often find ourselves trapped in cycles of exhaustion and overwhelm. We push, we strive, we force outcomes, believing that hard work and stress are the only currencies of success. Why is it that, surrounded by examples of natural harmony and ease, we choose to battle against life? Why do we treat struggle as a virtue when all of existence points toward a simpler way? The law of least effort tells us that intelligence works best through ease, not through pressure. True power flows from alignment, not resistance. This wisdom is echoed through the ages, from the words of Lao Tzu, who wrote of acting without doing and achieving without striving, to the teachings of Vedic sages in India, who recognize the possibility of accomplishing more through less. What does it mean to apply this law to our own lives? It starts with recognizing the ways in which we are wasting our most precious resources, our energy, attention, and presence. Too often, we chase after external validation, clinging to money, power, or recognition as if they are the keys to peace. We try to control people, situations, and even our own thoughts, believing that if we just try harder, we will finally arrive. But in all this effort, we miss the point. The energy we expend in struggle is energy lost, energy that could have been channeled into creative expression, genuine connection, or simply enjoying the present moment. The paradox is clear. The more we try to force life, the more it resists us. The more we try to control, the less control we truly have. Imagine instead a different approach. What if you could achieve what you desire, not by pushing, but by allowing? What if, instead of struggling against the current, you learn to move with it? This is not passivity or laziness. It is an invitation to act from a place of alignment, where your intentions and actions are in harmony with the flow of life. At the heart of this approach is love, the most efficient and abundant energy in the universe. When your actions are rooted in love, they do not drain you. Instead, they energize and uplift you. Love is not just an emotion, it is a state of being, a way of relating to yourself, others, and the world. It is the energy that connects all things, the highest vibration, the source of true abundance. Contrast this with fear, the fuel of force, control, and competition. When you act from fear, your energy burns quickly, leaving you depleted and anxious. But love, by its nature, multiplies. It amplifies your gifts, attracts opportunities, and connects you with the deeper currents of life. Consider your relationship with abundance. So often, we chase money, believing that it will solve our problems or prove our worth. But when our pursuit is motivated solely by ego or insecurity, we block the very flow of abundance we seek. The universe responds not to neediness, but to purpose and joy. When your intentions are rooted in service, in creating value, or in expressing your authentic self, you become a magnet for abundance. You no longer have to chase after it. It comes to you. This is the essence of the law of least effort. To become someone who attracts rather than pursues, who allows rather than forces. It is about learning to use your body, mind, and spirit as instruments for channeling energy, rather than as battlegrounds for endless struggle. Most of us, however, drain our energy in subtle and not so subtle ways, through overthinking, worrying, defending our opinions, or trying to prove our importance. As the shaman Don Juan famously told Carlos Castaneda, most of our energy goes into maintaining the illusion of our own importance. If we could let go, even a little, of this need for self-importance, we would free up vast reserves of energy, and in doing so, glimpse our true greatness, not the ego's version, but the soul's. So, how do we put the law of least effort into practice? The ancient teachings break it down into three simple yet profound steps. First, acceptance. Can you accept this moment right now as it is, without resistance? This does not mean passive resignation or approval of everything that happens. Rather, it is the recognition that what is. When you resist the present, you are resisting the entire universe, a fight you can never win. Acceptance brings peace, and from that place, you can choose your next step with clarity and intention. Try saying to yourself, today, I will accept people, situations, and events as they occur. I will not fight reality. Acceptance is the foundation of flow. The second step is responsibility. Once you have accepted what is, can you take full responsibility for your experience? This is not about blaming yourself or others. It is about recognizing your power to respond creatively to any situation. Every challenge contains the seed of opportunity, if you are willing to look for it. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I create from this? This shift transforms you from a victim of circumstance to a creator of possibility. Even those who hurt or challenge you can become your greatest teachers, if you are willing to see the lesson. The third step is non-defensiveness. Can you let go of the need to always be right? How much energy do we spend defending our opinions, trying to win arguments, or convince others of our viewpoint? What if you could simply let go? What if you could say, this is my view, and I respect yours too? In that space of non-defensiveness, you unlock vast creative energy that was previously trapped in conflict. You become like grass, flexible, adaptable, and resilient, rather than a rigid oak tree that breaks in a storm. All of this brings us back to the present moment. The past is history. The future is a mystery. The present, as the saying goes, is a gift. Yet how often do we truly open that gift? When we stop resisting, defending, or controlling, we begin to experience the richness and fullness of now. It is in the present moment that all of our power resides. True freedom comes not from having control, but from no longer needing it. It is not about winning every argument or achieving every goal through sheer force. It is about being at peace, regardless of outcomes. When you stop fighting, you do not diminish, you expand. Your dreams begin to unfold naturally. Your intentions manifest, not because you chase them, but because you are aligned with the deeper currents of life. This is not wishful thinking or idle fantasy. It is the way the universe works, the way nature has always worked. The river does not force its way to the sea. It flows, finding the path of least resistance. The tree does not strain to grow. It simply reaches for the light, trusting the process. Will you choose flow over force? Will you embrace acceptance, responsibility, and non-defensiveness? If you do, you step into the power of the law of least effort. You begin to live in the state that nature has always modeled: effortless effectiveness, maximum efficiency with minimal struggle. In practical terms, this could mean pausing before reacting to a difficult situation, taking a breath, and accepting what is. It might involve shifting your focus from blame to creative response, asking yourself, what is the opportunity here? It could mean letting go of the need to win every discussion and instead listening deeply to others, respecting their perspectives. The most powerful people are often the quietest. They do not need to shout, to prove, to dominate. Their strength comes from alignment with the flow of life. They move with grace, trust the process, and act from love rather than fear. Today, remind yourself, you do not need to prove anything to anyone. You do not need to struggle or fight against the current of life. You simply need to align with who you truly are. Let go of resistance. Let go of the fight. Allow your life to become a dance, not a battle. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect. Who in your life might benefit from hearing these words? Who is ready to let go and let life flow again? Share your insights, your stories, your journey. You never know who might be uplifted by your example. May you live with peace, power, and presence. May you remember, whenever you are tempted to force or control, that the greatest achievements often come not through striving, but through surrender. Through aligning with the law of least effort, you tap into the wisdom of the universe and discover that everything you seek is already within reach, if only you allow it. So as you move through your day, notice the places where you struggle. Pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is there a way to do this with less effort and more ease? Is there a way to act from love rather than fear? Is there an opportunity here to accept, take responsibility, or let go of defensiveness? With practice, you will find that life becomes lighter. Challenges become opportunities. Relationships become more authentic. Your energy increases, not because you are working harder, but because you are working smarter, aligned with the natural laws that govern all of existence. Remember, the grass does not try to grow, it just grows. The sun does not struggle to shine, it just shines. And you too are a part of this great unfolding. Trust in the wisdom of the universe. Trust in your own ability to flow. In doing so, you will discover that the less you try to force, the more you are able to achieve. May you live in flow. May you embrace the law of least effort. And may your life become a testament to the beauty, power, and ease that come from living in alignment with the natural order of things.